Namaste everyone, Sahil this side. Welcome you on my YouTube channel Vrisa Yoga. So in this video I'm gonna talk about corona virus, and as we all know, in this situation which are the things that we should take care, and in that topic I'm gonna add few more points, and later on we will discuss which are the foods and the things that help us to improve our immunity. Third, we will cover the which are the yoga practices can help us in this situation, how we can boost up our immune system, how we can prevent ourselves. So let's start with the first few things that we should take care and we should avoid the things. First thing, stop shaking the hands with others. Try to say namaste, join your palms and just simply say to namaste is the best option to avoid the touching. Second is for all the mothers, all the parents that in this situation try to avoid kissing to your kids and to hug them, because you don't know if you are infected with the corona or not. Might be you go out and you get some virus in your hand and you start touching to your kids, and might be because of the saliva you can pass to someone else. So this time try to maintain some distance with everyone, and think while going out it is important, so only then go out, otherwise try to avoid to go out, and drink more and more water as much as you can. And whenever you come out from outside, just shake your hands properly. So doesn't matter you are working at your home or you are going out, you are buying something product from the market, if you touch somewhere, must wash your hands properly. Use the sanitizer, use the mask. If you are going out, at your home you don't need. And if someone is affected in your family with this virus, or someone has generally cold and cough problems, try to maintain some distance from them as well. So and in this situation, which are the things can help you? So this I'm gonna share with you. First is ashwagandha, second is aloe vera, amla, satwari, and white muesli, vitamin C, protein. These are the few things that can help you to improve your immunity. So if you have this thing, if you have knowledge about this thing, I will share some pictures with you so you can check at the end of my video. So in these videos, if you don't know, you can check the English name, you can order online, and these are the things can help you to protect you. In India we eat chamarprash, so that's our with many Ayurvedic herbs, many plants, and they add in that. So try to eat that chamarprash. It will help you to improve your immune system. So at the end, let's talk about some yoga practices. So there are 4 to 5 practices which can help you to build up your immune power. First is known as Kapalbhati, and Kapalbhati is a cleansing process that we should practice every day early morning. For the females, avoid the Kapalbhati if during the periods, during the menstruation. Others can practice. Now those who have any kind of heart problem, try to avoid Kapalbhati. High blood pressure, you can practice more abdominal breathing instead of to practice Kapalbhati. Now how to practice Kapalbhati? So make sure do not practice those who have a heart problem. For the Kapalbhati, you can sit while sitting on the chair, you can sit on the mat, and then you can practice easily at your home. Now how to practice? You make sure whenever you practice Kapalbhati, do not eat anything at night, any heavy product, so it will you can practice more better. So avoid in this time to eat non-veg, any kind of meat products, try to avoid that and become more vegan. Eat more leafy vegetables, so it can help you to improve your immune power. Let's start with Kapalbhati. For the Kapalbhati, you need to sit straight by keeping your head, neck and spine in proper line. After this, you can place your palm on your lower belly so you can feel your movement, and here you need to focus more on your exhalation, less on inhalation part. So whenever you exhale, take your lower belly inside and lose your belly immediately for automatic inhalation. This is the process of Kapalbhati. Now I'm gonna show you few rounds. Please observe carefully. Now in this when you will practice Kapalbhati, try to avoid the movement of the chest, shoulder movement, facial expression. Many person they hold the tension in their face, so try to avoid that things. Now another practice is known as Bhrastika Pranayam. In Bhrastika Pranayam, we need to focus on both inhalation and exhalation, and it's similar like Kapalbhati but a little bit different. Now how to practice Bhrastika? Let's start. So in Kapalbhati only one sound, and here you can listen the two sounds, means inhalation and exhalation both are active. If you want to know about these practices more in detail, I have made already one video on YouTube, Kapalbhati, so you can check the technique of Kapalbhati, what are the benefits of the Kapalbhati. And when you will practice, it's wonderful to increase the WBC. And you know, the white blood cells are really good to fight against all the bacteria, all the kind of viruses. So practice Kapalbhati and Bhastrika. And many of us, we are not going now the office, so better to just be at your home and early morning practice Kapalbhati, or must go out for early morning walk if the situation is okay. Is still if you can go out, so early morning sunlight, when you will take the sun bath, it will be wonderful to burn this, to kill this virus easily. So must go out for sunlight, in the sunlight, and charge yourself again. And the third practice is known as the Bhramari. Bhramari, you need to concentrate on your throat, that we need to create the vibrations and which can help to relax our mind. In this situation, everyone, I can hear the news, even I also sometimes get panic little bit about this, but in this time, do not get panic, do not get stress. So how to relax in this situation? You should practice Bhramari. Now observe now how to practice Bhramari. Just you need to produce this sound first in the beginning. So like this, when you will practice 2-3 times, you will know that which muscle that you are using, throat muscles here. You need to contract your glottis slightly and you need to produce this sound. Now while exhalation, we need to produce the sound, so you need to inhale properly first, and then you need to exhale and produce this sound as much longer as you can. So do not extend too much, practice according to your lung capacity. We should practice this minimum 11 times. Kapalbhati, you can practice in the beginning, like can start with 30 stroke, 50 stroke, 100 strokes, and later on, if you become practitioner, try to practice Kapalbhati 5 minutes continuously. In a Bhastrika, you can start with 20 strokes, practice 3 to 4 or 5 rounds, and later on you can also practice Bhastrika continuously, like 50 strokes, 100 strokes. So practice these pranayams, this cleansing process in a regular basis. This time yoga can help you really. And when we practice Bhramari, now how to practice, let me show you one round. Inhale first properly. So after practicing this Bhramari, try to keep your eyes closed for a while so you can feel the vibration. It is really helpful, those who have heart problem, those who have any kind of psychological problem, especially to relieve in anxiety problems. So do not get panic, just practice more and more pranayams. As we all know, many of us knows actually that in Ashtanga Yoga, the asanas, all the practices, physical practices comes on the 3rd level, and the pranayam, breathing practices comes on the 4th level. So this is the time when we need to practice more advanced things. So focus more on breathing part, more on pranayams, less on asanas. Means you can practice asana 1 hour, 2 hours at your home. You can just open your mat and you can start on mat, off mat, while sitting on the chair. You can practice asana every day. But for the pranayam thing, better to practice early morning. Do not practice any kind of practices after just heavy meal. Take some time after 3 and 4 hours. Yes, you can practice, but like Bhastrika and Kapalbhati, try to practice early morning. Bhramari, you can practice just before sleeping and when you wake up. So it will give you the wonderful results. And at the last, one more practice is Alom Vilom Pranayam. Alom Vilom Pranayam, also known as alternative nostril breathing. So how to practice this? For this, you need to use your right arm, bend your index and middle finger in the root of your thumb, or you can just place your fingers here. If you can lock, it will be great. So use your thumb and your ring finger like a chopstick. So here you need to close your right nostril first, inhale through your left step by step, close your left nostril, open your right, exhale through your right nicely, then inhale through right, close, and exhale through left. So during the practice of Alom Vilom Pranayam, try to open your both nostril at the same time and do not just practice like this. So keep your one nostril closed every time and practice in a very precise way. So these are the very ancient practices like Alom Vilom Pranayam is wonderful those who have heart blockages, heart problems. So if you practice this Alom Vilom Pranayam in every day, you will not get any kind of cholesterol problem, you will not get any kind of other heart related troubles, and it will make your blood also smoothly, it will run in your body very smoothly. When we practice Alom Vilom Pranayam, there are some ratios. If you will follow, it will be great. So those who are practitioners, they can follow 1:2 ratio, means if your inhalation count is 3, so try to exhaling 6 count, but the speed should be same. And for the beginners, like when you will practice all, you can practice with 1:1 ratio. So how to practice? Observe me. Now I'm going to inhale 1, 2, 3, close, open, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Now inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3. So you need to keep counting in your mind in the beginning until you become practitioner. So this counting will help you to keep your focus, keep your attention towards your practice, towards your own body. And as much as you will practice day by day, you will get a wonderful control over your mind. Your mind will become really calm and your immune system will become really strong. So those who practice every day Kapalbhati, Bhrastika, Alom Vilom Pranayam, you will see the different kind of glow will appear on their face, the energy will change, and whole day you will feel really active. Now those who have no problem to practice Omkar, they can also practice Omkar. Omkar is the thing that you can practice anywhere, anytime. It's universal sound. But if you don't want to practice, no problem, just you can focus on the 4 things: Kapalbhati, Bhrastika, Bhramari Pranayam, and Alom Vilom Pranayam. If you can practice, so also practice the 5th thing, Om. For the Om, you need to practice in a very precise way, practice properly, step by step, and better to first sit and after that practice everything, all your practices. Do not just start practicing while walking and all. This time we all are basically at the home and we need to practice in a very gentle way. So do not being aggressive while practicing. Do not, when only practice when you have free time, so it will be good, so you can focus on your own body, on your health, just by sitting at your home. You can practice all these things. If you have any kind of question, guys, regarding to how to cure or how to practice Bhrastika or Alom Vilom, I'm here to help you, and I will be really happy if you will ask more and more